Welcome back to the Ancient Ruins. Today we're having another look at Coffee Roaster, the solo bag building game where you roast some beans to get the perfect brew. We've got it set up for the second of the easy challenges. We're still on the easy side because we're just wanting to have a little dabble with the game rather than get into it too much, but we're doing the Brazilian Sao Paulo. No idea if I pronounced that right, but it's A-OK. The bag has been built with 13 zero beans, 3 water, 1 defective bean, 3 hard beans which turn into zero beans if you pull them from the bag, and various flavour profiles which I've already forgotten the name of. We have, quickly flicking through the rulebook to the right page, we've got the body bean, which is in red, we've got the acidity bean, which is in green, and we've got the dispersion bean, also the aroma bean, which is in blue. We are aiming to get a roast of 14. Obviously, we're starting at 0, and we need to roast up to 14, and we can do that at any time, and we will get extra points if we end with 1 acidity and 2 aroma. That being said, the bag is built, we're ready to go. On the first round, we are pulling 8 tokens because we're starting at the number 8 due to the amount of water in the bag. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was quite a good start. Right, so what happens is when you pull the beans, you can do things on here if you have things that you can do, and we'll cover them even when we need to. But what I will do is I will sacrifice a single zero bean to work towards getting the wild bean. That can count as any of the body, acidity or aromas, and with the remaining 6 we'll trade these in because we've roasted them and they come back as 6 ones. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've now got 6 ones. They're going straight into the bag back with this defective bean, and we're going to track this by moving up on our roast level to number 6. So we know now that we've got 6 in the bag. We get to pull 10, and we need to get a grand total of 14. So we're nowhere near it. I think we'll be aiming between 20 and 25 today. Oh, apologies. We do move up 1, and this time we pull 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, water, good, because we remove water if we pull water. So water can go away. We'll just put that up there to keep track how many water we've got in the bag. We can use these to do things later, but at this precise moment in time, we just want to concentrate on getting our roast up, so we won't be bothering with anything yet. We will, however, spend the 1, which is probably risky, so that puts us down to 5, but it does get us the wild bean to go back in our bag. The 2 ones that we already have go back in the box and come back as 2 2s, so they go into there. So we go up to 7. The 3 zeros that we have go into the box and come back as 3 1s. And the hard bean that we pulled goes in and comes back as a 0. So it's a bean now, but it doesn't count towards anything. So all of this can go back into the bag. Okay. Next, we move up here. At the end of this round, the burnt bean goes into the bag, and we roast 2 levels. And we're going to roast 2 levels here as well. So it could be that we make some lovely mistakes coming up. Straight away, something that I didn't want to see. So for the dirt, we're doing 10. So 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. I pulled exactly 10. That's perfect. Do we want to sacrifice either of these to get any of those for later? Ooh, an extra space. We can trade some things out. I think the sweet token, which just counts for any of the flavor profiles, could be good, but we can't do that one without wasting the wild, and we definitely want to keep the wild, so we're going to put the wild over there. The defective bean does nothing, so you can go over there to go back in the bag. The 2 waters coming out this early is fantastic because we know we're not going to get them when we pull for the coffee. However, we've got 1 0, and that's going to become a 1, so that goes over there, and we're at 11. Oh my goodness, almost made a mistake. That actually goes up twice to become a 2, so we're at 12. The 2 1s go up twice, to become a 3. Well, 2 3s. So this is getting to a point now. So that goes up 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Ooh, and then the 2 goes up to become a 4. Oh, you go over there, and then we're at 18 already. I think already, once we get to here, at the end of the next turn, we are just going to have to go for it. This is going to be nice and quick and simple. Anyway, all of these go back in. We move up one more. This time we are going to pull 11. And let me have a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't want to pull the 4 because then that will become a burnt bean and that will destroy us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we've got some better options now. We can sacrifice the blue flavor token, so the aroma and the body, to get the sweet flavor profile. It does take up a space over there, but it does count as any of the aromas. Now, we need basically a green, so that could be a green. This could be a green. That is a green, and we need 2 blues. We've still got 2 blues in the bag, but they also count, so we are in a kind of good position. Now, we will move these over here because they're going back in the bag. The single solitary hard bean becomes a 0 because we're only roasting 1 level this time. The 0 becomes a 1, so we will move up 1. Yes, I think we're going to have to just go for it, to be perfectly honest, because all these 1s become 2s. That's another 3 we go up to make it to 22. The 2 becomes a 3, so the 3 can just go there, but that 3 does become a 4, putting us up to 24. I think this is going to be one of the quickest ones we've done. I think we're going to go for it. So everything goes back in the bag, and we are going to try and complete. So we will move up, but we don't need to do any of that because we're going to try and complete it already. We've had some lucky pulls. Now, we do get 7 to discard, so that's okay. We have that, so that's okay. And we're aiming for 14. So we'll pull 1. It's a hard bean. We'll discard it. Next, we've got a 2. That's fine. We're at 2. We don't need a red at all, so the red can go there. A 4. Let's think about this. We're not going to discard it, but let's think about it. We'll put everything back in the bag. If we do a 4, that puts us at 6, which means we can only get another 8 out, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. That might be really, really stupid, but we're going to go for it. Next up, we have the wild bean. We do want the wild bean because now all we need is a blue or a green, and we have completed the flavor profile. That's a 3. I think we're going to get rid of the 3, to be honest. Next, we have a green. Okay. We have now completed the flavor profile, so that's going to count for a blue, and that's going to count for a blue, giving us the 2 blues and the green that we need to complete the flavor profile. This is just for the points, by the way. So with the flavor points, if we go 3, we get an additional 6 points. So I think we could be on track to try and get a minimum of 16, but we'll see. Again, we're still on the easy mode, so that's absolutely fine. We've got a 1. We do want to keep the 1. So we are at 7. I'm going to do it. That's 9. That's a blue. We don't want a blue. Okay, so we're on 9. We've got 3 left, and we need 14. So we need 2 and 2 1s. Yeah. Okay. You're a 0. That's bad. You're a 2. Excellent. So we are now on math. We're on 11, so we need a few more to get through. So we need a 1 and a 2. That's a 4. That's not good. We need a 1 and a 2. That's a blue. Okay, so the next 2 tokens, and I will go and I will pull them out of the bag together. So 1, 2. This is what we are doing. This is what we have. We get a green bean which must go in, which doesn't help us towards flavour profile, but we get a 3, so we actually do complete it right at the last minute. However, it does kind of kill our points a little bit, because the reason I wanted a 1 and a 2 is because then we would have had a multitude of 2s. At this point, we're going to get an additional 1 point, so it kind of cost us a single point there. However, we did manage to get the 14 that was required, so we got 10 points. We did get the flavour profile, so we got an additional 6 points, and then because we had 3 2s and that was our highest amount of the same ones, we get an additional point, meaning that we got 17 points in total. And that's the game. It's beautiful. It's just this nice little snappy game that you can play when you've got 10 minutes, when you're just looking for something fun, quick to put together, quick to tear down. If you have enjoyed this, do let us know in the comments. Do like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time we convene. Bye for now.